friends, it's Heather again. Thank you for joining me. Welcome back to my channel. I have another layout for my creative scrapbook, and this is using the Septemer main kit. And I was kind of just playing around off camera before I decided or realized that I needed to press play. And this is kind of what I was thinking. I don't know, I was thinking like a bouquet or something, but the flowers were so big and then they were getting covered up. And you always have all those branding strips, which I have used before on layouts. I was just trying to think of something different. That is the photo I'm using. I'm just matting it because I didn't know what else to do. It's of my daughters, and yeah, that didn't last long. I really wanted to use them, and the branding strips, I have used them on layouts and creative ways before. I was just trying something different, and so when you can't go any further, what do? You just add some mixed media, and that is where I go. And then the branding strip idea totally gets nixed. So I pulled out this stencil when I started working with the kit and decided I would use this, and hadn't used my Distress Oxides in a while. So I'm doing a little swatching because I've gotten a few of them and haven't swatched them, but also wanted to match them to this collection. And that branding strip that has the colorful little honeycomb pattern, which I used on a previous layout, the pattern paper, to back some cut files. I really like it in small doses. I mean, it's not a paper I could use for a background. However, I can duplicate it, sort of. That was my thought. I was going to use the stencil and create my own little colorful honeycomb. And my intention was to put the branding strips back and layer them and blah, 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 and that. And once I saw, or kind of got carried away, they didn't make it back. But I was really happy with the way that this turned out. It's been a while since I just did a little ink blending through a stencil, so it was fun. So those are the ones that I picked out. Let's see, Evergreen Bow, Wild Honey, Abandoned Coral, Tattered Rose. Oh boy. Actually, I think that one is Spice Marmalade, and then Barn Door, I think. So I just started out with, or planned to do like a little bit through the middle, like a strip through the middle, and overlapping them, trying not to go too far up or down because I didn't want that harsh line. I wanted it to sort of be not perfect, intentionally not perfect, kind of like the pattern paper is. So I had to go back and forth a little bit, which, you know, if you're doing ink blending, you've got to go back with the colors a little bit. Just be careful when you're going back with the lighter color. Wipe that off on a scratch piece of paper before you stick it back on your ink pad. So I'm overlapping the stencil a little bit. It's very easy to do this with a stencil that has large open spaces. And I'm shifting it up a little bit just to get a little bit more, random shape. And I'm just going back with the Tattered Rose again. And I do this for all of the colors. And then I decide that I was really happy with the way that it turned out. And then to finish, I kind of did a swiping motion with the blending tool, like swiping out just to fade it out. Otherwise, you'll just keep getting, the round edge from the tool, the shape of that, if that makes sense. Going in with the last color here, and I do realize when I was all done that it was off center. So when I trim this down and mat it, I cut a little bit more off the left side than I do the right. And I wasn't actually intending on matting it. but I gutted one of my favorite pattern papers from this collection because I thought I was going to use it on something else and I didn't, so it worked out perfectly. So look how pretty that looks. I'm so super happy. You can't hear it because that part of the video is muted, but I was a little giddy inside because it looks so pretty. And so then I was thinking, how can I cover it up? See, that was my inspiration. I could have just used the pattern paper, but I had fun doing this. So I did start thinking that I needed something to contrast. I'm going to map my photo with this darker pattern paper now. Make it stand out a little bit more. But yeah, I can't get, now looking at it again, I'm happy all over again. I do add a lot of water splatter. I'm going to take it off camera and spray it with my mist. Oh, see, I'm totally wrong. I don't know what I'm talking about. See, I'm gutting it now. I thought I did it for another layout. But I like all the colors peeking out around the white, and I'm going to use that middle part to cut out some of those hearts to use as embellishments on my layout. But like I was saying, off camera, I take a water bottle, and I spray it, and I just sort of like wave my paper through it, and then I spray a little water in my hand, and then I sort of spritz it, like flick it, I guess, on my pattern paper. If you worked with distress products, you know they're reactive with water, and it makes this cool little distressed look. So yeah, every time I take it off, I'm spraying it. And it also, I think, coordinates a little bit better with the pieces in this collection because it's sort of aged and antiqued, if that makes sense. So I'm going to cut down this white cardstock and mat it on that pattern paper. Yeah, I was debating there whether I wanted to go something dark, but I didn't want to waste the hearts. Now that I'm thinking about it, man, it's been a while since I did these. I do use the black. Man. I do know what's going on, I promise. It's like watching everything for the first time. Yeah, I think I end up using that gutted pattern paper on the next layout. But it doesn't go to waste. It all gets used. So I am doing something off camera. Oh, I'm going through the chipboard. I'm trying to figure out which color coordinated pieces I could use. So I do a little tone on tone, not through the whole layout. I'm going to make a little cluster around my photo with some of the really pretty photo. Man, now I'm getting all tongue-tied. This might be one of those voiceovers. I should stop and restart, but I'm not going to. I'm going to keep going. I got a little smudge on my white cardstock from my fingers, and that is a sand eraser. It comes in handy. If you don't have one of those, it basically sands away the paper. And if you get little blemishes, I mean, within reason, of course, people. I mean, you can't like drop a big splatter of ink on it and think that's going to come out. But I have been known to get some smudges from my fingers, and that works really well. So those are my hearts. Literally, no. The hearts that I cut out. And I'm going to pop those up on Fun Foam, and I do add some shimmer pen to it from my Tonic shimmer pen, and then I'm also going to add some Tonic crystal glaze to them, which I have been on a kick lately. If you've been watching my videos, I have been adding that to a lot of my die cut embellishments, ones that I cut out or not, because I just like the way that it looks. So I am tucking in some of the floral die cuts that come in the kit, and some of those little leaves, sprigs, whatever you call them. I'm not sure. And I thought I was going to do tone on tone, but that floral cluster sort of messed up that idea, but I think it works. I like the little bit of contrast, and I really wanted to use it because it was pretty. So there you go. I don't add too much more to this layout. It's pretty much it. I am looking through the stickers and chipboard to see if there's any other tone-on-tone embellishments I can pull. I add some pieces down below my photo. That little chipboard arrow on it. I don't remember what it says. And I think that's my title. Yeah, I just go with one of the pre-made tiles with titles. The die pack came with quite a few of them, and some of them were actually quite large. I popped that up on Fun Foam also. I thought about adding in some more florals. I don't think that one stays there. I think it might have been too much. Or maybe not. Yeah, it's been a while since I did this layout. But it looks so pretty. It's actually one of my favorite ones. Yeah, I pop up my title and I use my tonic crystal glaze on that too. I go over some of the letters to make it stand out a little bit more. I don't know why I've been on such a kick about that lately, but I mean, I don't judge at all. I mean, if you can create your title out of one of the pre-made die cuts, by all means. But I do like sometimes adding a little bit something to it, shimmer paint, crystal glaze, something, just to make it look a little bit more unique. You know what I mean? So here I am, tonic crystal glaze happy. I'm adding it to the hearts and the title. That bottle has never clogged up on me. I do love glossy accents, but man, have I had some fights with it. These are my finished shots. I really hope you enjoyed watching and you found some inspiration. Make sure you head over to My Creative Scrapbook, check out the kits. Leave me a comment below. Let me know what you think. And like and subscribe. It really means so much to me. Thank you for joining me. Bye.